As people, we sometimes forget how many things are really going on. We are part of each other and the Earth, but what is Earth a part of? Earth is a part of a very active solar system that resides in our galaxy, the Milky Way. We make one spin around the black hole in the center of ours every 250 million years, and our galaxy will collide in approximately 4.5 billion years. Any smart person will tell you that they don't always understand 4.5 billion years, and that is human. It's also important to understand that as humans we can still comprehend the significance of smaller things, like trying our hardest to broaden our horizons. We landed on the moon, and that could be the single most awesome achievement our species, human beings, have achieved together. It is something we can say no other living being we know of has achieved, and that as time passes we will only conquer more. Let's continue to keep things simple. Let's talk about the small picture that humans have been looking at for a good 40 years. Mars, the planet that shines red amongst the white and blue stars in our night sky, captivated many wild imaginations in the early 1900s. But as time passed, we eventually sent a probe to view signs of life on this neighboring planet. In 2003, we cooked up something new. These machines are 3 of the many rovers we sent to explore the terrain on Mars. No life was found, nor was any material that would help life sustain itself on this red, inhospitable wasteland. Humans are looking to send capable NASA participants to Mars in around a couple of decades. The trip would take 6 months and the participants would stay for over a year. Radio communications would take up to 20 minutes to register because light speed takes just as long as radio waves to reach Earth. Our Sun is more than 100 times the size of Earth in diameter. It makes up 99.86% of all the mass in our solar system. To create the light it does, the Sun splits 6 billion hydrogen atoms per second and produces that many nuclear explosions per second to keep gravity from collapsing in on itself. It is more than 92 million miles from the Earth and will continue to exist for about 5 billion years longer. Everything Earth does depends on the Sun. We revolve around it, and it revolves around our galaxy. Therefore, Earth, too, goes around the galaxy every 250 million years. Alpha Centauri is a star system. It is composed of stars that revolve around each other rather than planets around them. These stars are the closest to our Sun in the universe. Even so, they are 4.37 light years away from us, and are just a few stars of the roughly 100 billion in our galaxy. The closest galaxy to our Milky Way is the Andromeda Galaxy. It is about 2.5 million light years from us and inches closer at about 132 miles per second. In the early 1900s, the Milky Way was thought to be all of the universe. Hubble discovered it is one of about 500 billion galaxies that seems to be proven larger in number with each advance in star detecting technology. The light humans see is as good as a vision into the past. Light we view that take years to get to us shows exactly how things were years ago. We see our Sun as it was 8 minutes ago because its light takes 8 minutes to get to us. The Hubble Ultra Deep Field is the deepest section of the visible universe we have ever seen. It shows galaxies forming only about 800 million years after the Big Bang. Because the stars are 13 billion light years in distance from us, their light reveals how they were 13 billion years ago. With that being said, we can assume that the universe was more compact and was still forming into many of its galaxies in its infant state. What captured my passion for astronomy was its limitless size and beauty. After years of learning more and more, I understood a bit better how small the planet Earth was. Earth and its Sun will come to an end in about 4 to 5 billion years. But many other parts of the universe will be born, as the chapter of our existence comes to a close. Many other stars have and will share the same fate of termination. This star here was photographed after losing the battle to gravity, as all stars do. This explosion is called a supernova, and it creates what we know as black holes. Its aura's beauty is comparable to few things. No matter how small people, planets, stars are, We all play a part in a greater existence, an existence that is so massive we may never truly understand how big it is. But what's important is that each person in here has taken time out of their day to be around one another. And so we celebrate as we watch people graduate and as we grow older, and as we move on to bigger and better things. I'm Brennan, Coheleach, and this is my presentation.